Hey everyone, and welcome back. This is the Happy Cat here, and today I drew a radish. Now, this is where I draw for exactly 1 hour, and I have to stop even if I'm not finished, and I have to keep going and adding details even if I think I finish early. And so with this particular drawing, you'll see it as the footage goes on. I kind of lost all interest in this radish about halfway through, and I had a lot of contempt for the radish. I did not want to look at the radish any longer, but I wanted to see this experiment, this practice all the way through. And it was mainly in the leaves. I just kind of started mindlessly putting different shades of greens, hoping like it would accidentally look good. Like I would zoom out really far, and then maybe the leaves would look right. It's kind of hard at that 32 by 32 bits, but I also lost all passion for this radish. And it started to feel like exactly how like buying acne products is like. That might seem like a bit of a stretch, but you know, when you're doing this and you don't want to do it, your mind naturally drifts. And okay, I don't have a bad acne, but it's there, right? Like as soon as one pimple goes away, there's always one to replace it. It's like a constant cycle. And it's probably, and fortunately, to be honest, the only infuriating issue I have with my body. Like it's just annoying. It's just annoying. And it's like mysterious too, like what's all going on with my face. Because I used commercial acne clearing products for the longest time. Then I just used a plain washcloth and water. Then I got prescriptions, and somehow they all worked and didn't work simultaneously. Like they all worked in some ways and didn't work in others. And I'm afraid that using cleansers and using medications is somehow ruining my face, but I'm also afraid not to use them. Like it's gonna explode. But to be honest, the washcloth and water hasn't really failed me so far. So, you know, don't fall prey to the crazy claims of all these different, you know, face products. But anyways, I'm drawing this pixel radish with like the same confidence and clarity as when I'm choosing face products. And, you know, I'm not ashamed of acne. I'm not embarrassed for people to see it. But like I said, it's annoying. In any case, I've worn makeup like once in the past year, like actually once, and I know which specific day it was. And that doesn't really like, it doesn't deserve an award. I'm not better than anyone. It's just something I don't do. And I feel like the media wants me to feel like I'm a special snowflake for not giving a fuck about my appearance, while simultaneously trying to sell me products to give me that not caring about my appearance aesthetic. You know, makeup that doesn't look like makeup. It's like, okay, just don't wear it then. It's so expensive. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to call it. Like, is it like the media? Is it culture? Is it the vibe I get from people in general? I don't know what to call a lot of this without sounding like I'm screaming, wake up, sheeple, or like I'm exposing the conspiracy of the beauty industry. Like, I never want to make a video of me telling you how the world is. Everything I'm saying is just like thoughts and opinions. It's not the answers or the solutions. I'm not calling people out. But I do feel like there's this kind of vicious, toxic cycle from a lot of these everyone is beautiful ads and campaigns and hashtags and things like, oh yeah, just be natural, be yourself, everyone's beautiful. But then at the same time, that's used to sell you products to make you feel beautiful. Like we've associated beauty with value. Like feeling beautiful means feeling good. And when you think about it in like kind of a fucked up way, it's a really great mindset for a consumer to have from the perspective of those corporations. Like it's like feeling beautiful means feeling worthwhile. Like those are synonymous. And you know, it's just something that's kind of bothered me. And so once again, I don't have the answers. I'm just kind of talking here, and maybe you can relate. So like, okay, I really don't feel like everyone is beautiful at all times. And that applies to males too. I know beauty is kind of a feminine word, but I'm using that as just physical appearance. Not everyone is beautiful at all times, but I think everyone is valuable at all times. I think everyone has potential at all times. And I think everyone has the capability to love others and be loved. But the point is, I wish value, just value as a whole, could be decoupled from beauty. Like so many of my friends' Facebook pictures, for example, I'm sure many of you can relate to this, have this massive fucking circle jerk of, "Oh, you're so pretty, oh my god, marry me, you're amazing." And this is true for guys in maybe a different way, but I also don't want to make it a girls versus guy issue. It's like an everyone issue. And I'm not hating on people individually. Like, no, you're not silly or like shallow for saying someone's pretty on their profile picture or whatever. And a lot of these people are like 12-year-old younger relatives who are just, like like a few years ago, they were kids. There's nothing wrong with them. You can't just call a 12-year-old vapid. It's what they adapted from their family and like their culture. And even for not kids, for everyone. Like, it's human nature. A lot of the biggest accomplishments in life take years before you can get congratulations or acknowledgement from people, but pictures and tweets and YouTube videos can be posted every single day. And yeah, I absolutely started YouTube because I wanted a more frequent interaction on stuff that I'm passionate about. Like with game development, my passion projects that I'm working really hard on will take years to finish. And, it'll be amazing if and when that does happen. But I think it's also important to have stepping stones along the way and not invest yourself into this huge thing that may or may not, happen. And I really do believe that fitness and fashion and makeup artistry and taking pictures are all like great, fine hobbies and arts when they're taken seriously or when people really enjoy them. But I think there's so much attention on those things from everyone everywhere. Like, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. It's like, whether you're interested in science or art or coding or whatever, everyone can appreciate, I think, some of the things related to physical appearance. But maybe not everyone appreciates that you're great at coding. Or if I walk by you on the street and you're great at saxophone, I won't know that. But if you look nice, whether I'm actually like looking at you very consciously or not, it'll still register in my head like, hey, they're on point today. And yeah, in a perfect world, a stranger's opinion shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter whatsoever that I just mentally registered, hey, you look good today for a second. Because in the grand scheme of things, that didn't do anything for anyone. But I don't think you're insecure if you enjoy getting feedback from other people on something you worked hard on. And so I can't draw the line between like insecurity and the natural urge to share things with people. That's not up for me to judge. And even if I could, that wouldn't really help anyone or myself to judge people. But then you also have the balance that it's good to share things with people, and that's not an automatic sentence of insecurity. But it's also good to enjoy doing things alone and for the sake of doing it without anyone else's feedback, just feeling intrinsically like you feel good about your work no matter what anyone says. And that's a balance that's like absolutely up to you to figure out. This is the part where I feel uncomfortable, like giving solutions or advice, like, oh, this is what you should do, here are tips or whatever. So I'm just speaking for just myself. And I can't comment on health issues or other things that might affect your mood or appearance, but I feel like I'm in a good place or you're in a good place when you have a day where you just look like absolute shit and you look like shit, but you fully enjoy doing your work or doing what you want to do that day completely separate from that. And even for other things that I don't really invest myself in, like sports, I don't practice sports ever. I don't even practice competitive games, really. But I do them for fun, or I do them for exercise, or, to play Dota or whatever with my friends. And it doesn't matter if I look like an idiot because I didn't really practice. Like, teenage me hated looking like an idiot in any situation, no matter how much time I invested into it. So I would like to tell teenage me to spend all that effort and insecurity into from gym class and video games and looking cool in front of people to just making art or learning languages or something like that. And I mean, yeah, I'm not upset with my current self. I like my current self. I feel valuable, which is a good thing. But I'm still quite often very, very dissatisfied with my current work. The difference now, though, is that I feel good, but I know I can do so much better. Whereas before, I felt bad and I didn't know if I could do any better. And yeah, that's kind of like this radish here. I don't really like how it looks in the end, but that's okay. It inspired this video. It helped me practice pixel art. I guess its value wasn't what I initially intended, but it's still valuable all the same. So thank you, Radish. But I think there is one thing that I can say with absolute confidence, no matter who you are. I really do believe that you are definitely valuable. And if you really don't feel like that, if you don't believe me when I say that, then you absolutely have potential and the power of choice to work hard at whatever it is you find cool or, whatever you're facing in life. So yeah, in my opinion, I think beauty and physical appearances are not necessarily shallow things to want to work towards, and they are things that you can put a lot of effort and legitimate artistry into, like many other interests. And it is human nature to feel that more frequent payoff of feeling beautiful. But not everyone is beautiful, and not everyone wants to take the time and money and effort to be that, and that's okay. There are other ways to define value. Anyway, guys, I know there are some things that are oversimplified that I glossed over. I know there's things related to health, emotions, all kinds of things that I'm kind of skipping over, but I hope at least the core idea of what's been floating around in my head came through to you. If it didn't, then that's okay. Then this video is like the radish. It didn't come out the way I intended. Anyway, have a happy day wherever you are. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.